Senator, what breathtaking arrogance there from Fauci. An attack on me is an attack on science. What did you think when you heard that?
I had to chuckle, and I think we have to realize Dr. Fauci is not a victim. And to question him is not to be anti-science. This is to ask questions that many of us have sought the answer to for over a year. And you remember, Steve, when some of us, Senator Cotton, Senator Rubio, and I were questioning the Wuhan lab theory, we were called anti-Asian, we were called racist, all of these things. No, we were trying to get answers. Here are the questions that Dr. Fauci ought to answer. Why did he not investigate the Wuhan lab theory? Why did he withhold information that he had? If he didn't tell Congress and the American people, did he not tell the administration and the COVID task force? Why did he agree or use the same language that the Chinese Communist Party used in talking about the Wuhan Institute of Virology? And why did he sit there when those of us were called really unpleasant things because we said, hey, we should get to the bottom of the origins of COVID-19?
And Senator, what are the prospects for him really facing that kind of interrogation and accountability? Let's look at Congress first.
Sure.
Does that require Republicans to get a majority in the Senate, for example, for your body to be able to really drive that through?
Well, and with the 50-50 equally divided Senate, investigating is going to be best for us, and a majority would be helpful. Here's another thing that we can do. We can hold up the Biden administration nominations, and we should do that until he demands that Fauci step aside from his job and answer these questions. Dr. Fauci's salary is paid by the American taxpayer, and people have lost a year of their lives. Children have lost a year of education. Dr. McCary talked about teen suicides and the escalation in that rate. We have hundreds of thousands of people that have lost loved ones, that have been affected with disease and illness, or have lost their livelihood. Absolutely, Dr. Fauci needs to answer these questions, and the American public deserves these answers.
Pete, your thoughts?
Yeah, Dr. Fauci is Exhibit A of the insulated and arrogant elitist that you talked about in your open, Steve. He is, and he's the type of guy who counts on uncritical press scrutiny, all the while saying, if you challenge me, you're challenging science. That's like me saying, if you call me out for saying something dumb on Fox News Channel, you're indicting all political commentaries. Or can you imagine Milton Friedman saying, if you call me out, you challenge economics at their core? Last time I checked, science was a process of testing and verifying, and you either can confirm or deny. There is no personification of science. This guy's time is well past. It was a long time ago past, and he's revealing it now because it's become personal for him, because he's been revealed for preferring certain things when he should be following the science, as he's told us all along.
And Senator, I think the Biden administration, like Joe Biden, remember, promoted Dr. Fauci. He wanted to send a signal that he wanted more Fauci in the in the life of the administration. He's now committed, so this administration can't be objective and independent. You saw the other day, Jen Psaki asked, will he ever fire Dr. Fauci? The answer was a straight no.
Well, you're right about that. But in the Senate, the Judiciary Committee should look at why Secretary Pompeo was slow-walked by bureaucrats when he was trying to investigate the Wuhan lab. When you look at how Dr. Fauci was in cahoots with big tech, that should come to the Commerce Committee, and we should be able to find out. And these emails are so revealing.
Yes.
When he was saying one thing to his colleagues and one thing to Mark Zuckerberg and something completely different when he talked to the American people. Every bit of this needs to be investigated. The Intel Committee needs to be looking at this. The Health Committee should be calling him in again and asking him why he said he wasn't involved in gain-of-function research, and then turns out that he was. And
yes.
Steve, the question is, why in the world would the U.S. government be putting money in a research lab that is run by the Chinese Communist Party?
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, look, I can tell you, for our part on this show, and I know you, Senator, and you, we're not going to let this go, however long it takes. This pandemic has hurt so many people.
Right.
We're going to get to the bottom of this, and they can blow it off as much as they like, but we're going to keep pursuing it. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, Pete.